Hey there fellow toy collectors, got a nice little haul of loose cars today, mixture of car boot sale, last off season and just some I've picked up in general. First of all we have the garbage truck from 2008, Matchbox. Pretty cool indeed, very nice to get this one. Do have one of these already but didn't have that variation. Next we have this one, which is Solarade 3. I think that's what it's called. Had this one as a child, used to use it as a low flatbed. Remember these skinny tiny wheels that they no longer use? Wish they'd never bring those back. Well, in fact I think they gave these to Matchbox to do. But yeah, very nice to get that one back from childhood. Next we have Side Draft. Cool model indeed. Beautiful green on the side with green alloys and grey on the top. Cool indeed. In case you don't watch the other video, new monitor. The old one kind of gave out. I think this is Toyota Tundra. I always get confused on this name because it doesn't have the name underneath. It does have a scratch mark on it though. Looks like somebody scraped a code name off of it, or that's just natural damage. Cool model either way. Very nice to get that one indeed. Next we have a Majorette. We have the Majorette 4 Transit. This one is very cool. I didn't actually know Majorette did a transit line. So that now means, other than I think the Hot Wheels one, which is a Mark 1 Transit, I pretty much have Matchbox and Majorette. Bit of damage on this side from corrosion, but it does have a cool sliding door. Ooh, there we go. And that would have been the Transit minibus with sliding door, because the other one would have had a door that opened up like the American doors two ways, and also as well the boot would have opened up as well. Still pretty cool model to have. Next we have a Lotus Elise, one from my childhood again. Beautiful green model with the number 4 on the side. Absolutely wonderful model to get. Really cool to find that. Next we have an early Bone Shaker. I think this is one of the first ones they released from 2007 roughly. Beautiful model indeed. Love the cool face. But you can tell it's from 2007 because that's when they tried to save a bit of money and chop the base open and put the Hot Wheels logo, or just the Hot Wheels emblem. I think that's what they were trying to do. Basically, don't put Hot Wheels logo on there, but put it somewhere else. Next is Mercy Breaker. This one was a pretty cool model indeed. That is an all metal top there, which goes all the way through to hold it in place. Next we have a Land Rover SXV. Bit damaged but still cool from Matchbox. Very nice indeed. All black. Spare tyre I would presume is the back piece there. So it looks like it. Next we have another Peterbilt. Of course the classic dumper truck. Still very cool condition. Has the Pace and something logo on the side. Still a pretty cool model indeed. Next we have a Majorette Caravani. This was picked up from a car boot sale. Sadly missing the door. I have had this apart. The detail inside is pretty cool. All the detail that's inside of there. But yeah, just a very basic caravan. Or as the French say, caravani. Or caravana. Vanny. There's an E on the end. Still a pretty cool model. Next we have this cool little boat which is called Icebreaker. So I would presume that this basically goes along in the North Pole or somewhere along to break up the ice, or would have done. Don't want to do it nowadays, not with all this global warming or whatever is going on about stuff like that. I don't know, I just don't really care about the news. This is Jet Threat 3.0. Very basic model. Surprised this hasn't actually come back because it's not that heavy. Might not have been a good track car though. It's pretty worn out, but still a cool model nonetheless. Next we have a Majorette Corvette Sonic Flasher. Sadly no longer works. It probably did at one stage or another, but now doesn't. It had flashing lights in the rear, and just to show you, as you can see, wheels just folded up, but yeah, it would have made a noise, but there is nothing to it unfortunately. However, the next one I have does make the noise, so I'm going to do it from far away. Ooh, come on. There we go. You can probably hear that, even though I am this far away. It does have flashing lights on the top. This is just the foregone van, and as you can see, in beautiful police colours. Does still have the flashing. I was actually surprised that did still work. I was expecting it to be dead. And all I did was just leave it on the side here, and I accidentally hit it, and it suddenly started to make that noise. Next we have the Hot Wheels 15 Dodge Challenger SRT, a model I don't remember picking up in the box. So that's always cool to have. The base is pretty cool as well, because there is actually a Cougar on the top there, or on the bottom, or something of that. Next we have a Super GT. This is BR3/4. These were incredibly common back in the 80s and 90s. I had so many of these. It's a bit dusty where it's been sitting around. I haven't had a chance to record videos, so I've just been busy. This has Gruesome on the top. Again, all they did was just take like old models of like from the 70s or 80s that were popular, make them as cheap as possible, and just spun them out as many as possible. That's why there's so many variations. Next we have the Hot Wheels Tractor. I think that's what it's called, because that's pretty much all it is. It's just a tractor. It's a modern one. Cool thing about this is the fact that if you push the top off, you can actually remove the plastic canopy, which is kind of interesting. I won't remove it fully, but still cool nonetheless. Next we have a Ford Sierra, not under the Corgi name, just a just a Ford Sierra police car with opening doors. The base does not have any name on it. It does say it was made in Great Britain though. As you can see, where the nameplate should be, there is just blank space. And finally, to end on, we end on a majorette. This is just a majorette African safari, complete with trailer, and that is really cool. It's highly detailed as well. Got some spare wheels, the aerial, which is tucked inside of this bit. But yeah, decals are still on the sides, which is really cool. Nothing inside of there, just a cheap plastic thing. Doesn't say anything at all, just says majorette, made in France. Same with this one as well, just says majorette, made in France. No model year, but I would presume it's either a Toyota or a Buick or something. There's the front end, if you can see that there. Hopefully you can sort of like tell me what model it is. Still very cool to find, very nice model indeed. And that is it. However, coming up next, or whenever I feel like uploading it, will be carded stuff. See you next time.